Good morning, everyone, and hope you're doing great. Good to have you back in school today. So today is a Tuesday, and we have math and social studies. Sorry, and we're going to begin with math. So last week we talked about organizing data, and we saw the different ways you can organize or classify objects in a group. Today we're going to talk about pictographs, and what do I mean by pictograph, or what is pictographs? It simply means arranging data or objects using pictures. So for example, instead of writing down the numbers on a display, you can just use the pictures of the objects. Like I have 5 apples, okay? So what I'm going to do in a pictograph, or what you're going to see in a pictograph, is the image of apples drawn 5 times. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on a line. And maybe you have 8 bananas, all right? Instead of writing 8, you can just see the pictures of the bananas into 8 places. So that's when you see something like that, it just simply tells you that that person is using a pictograph to display his or her data. So pictograph simply means displaying our data using pictures instead of numbers. All right. So today we're going to open the big book and do the exercise inside the book on page 106. So turn to page 106. Today is Tuesday, May 26, 2020. Tuesday, May 26, 2020, on page 106. So if you're there, let's quickly read together pictographs. So what we're going to be learning in this lesson is how to read pictographs and use comparative words to describe the data. What do I mean by comparative? You can use bigger, smaller, fewer, lesser, most, more. So those are the kind of words we're going to be using to describe data. And another thing is how to make pictographs to display data. So you're going to be learning or trying to make your own pictographs displaying a given data. That I'm going to give an exercise on that on Thursday, not today. So for today, we're just going to look at the pictograph and try to read the number of objects or the number of images or pictures on the graph, and then try to compare them using the words more, few, less, most, and all that. All right. So if you're there on page 106, turn to the, let's read the exercise. Look at the pictograph, circle the correct answer. So just like I was telling you, this is an example of a pictograph because you mostly see pictures on it. So here you have the apples, right? Here you have bananas, pears, oranges, and plums. So these are the fruits. These are the picture or the images of the fruits. Remember, I told you pictograph mostly display data using pictures. So you see, and then when you count all those pictures, it tells you how many numbers of each item on this graph. So you have, for example, apples. How many apples do we have? You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So by counting out each image, that's how you know the number of the quantity of objects on the data. All right. So with this pictograph, we're going to answer the questions. Number 1 says there are dash peaches than apples. So you have to compare the peaches to the apples. All right. Oh yeah, so the last one here is the peach, not the plum. So these are the peaches and these are the apples. So it says there are dash peaches more than apples. Are there more peaches than apples, or are there fewer peaches than apples? So by looking at the apple and counting the quantity, then you look at the peaches and count them, and you try to compare and know which one has more or fewer. So okay, let me just do this one for you. There are fewer peaches, so this one has to be fewer because we only have 2 peaches and we have 5 apples. So for this, it has to be fewer. All right, so the same way we did that completes the other work. And then when you're done, also turn to the next page, page 107. You will also see a pictograph displaying spots. All right, the favorite spots in Mrs. Smith's class. So these are the favorite spots in Mrs. Smith's class. So you have to use this pictograph and answer the questions below. All right, so that's it for math today. If you have any questions, if you need me to explain something more to you in details, don't hesitate to send me a voice note and I'll do that for you. All right, see you soon. Bye.